So we want to welcome our first guest and want to thank City Councilor Ken Sanchez for bringing these good people to our attention. And the cause is called the Lawrence Charles Vargas Shoes for Kids and Acts of Compassion. And we have the Vargas family here today. We have Lawrence Vargas and Terry Vargas with us here at the table. Good to meet you both.
Thank you. Good morning.
This is, the background on this is really, it touches my heart, and I want to get into this with you. First of all, tell me about your son, Lawrence.
Well, first of all, thank you for blessing us with the opportunity to share him with you this morning.
You bet.
Lawrence was an amazing young man. He was a giver, and he was a budding artist, an aspiring firefighter. And at the time that he passed, he was working for animal welfare. Mm-hmm.
And he loved shoes, I understand.
Oh, he loved his shoes.
So he owned a lot of shoes?
Oh, lots and lots of pairs of shoes. In fact, his bedroom is still a shrine of his shoes. He was an amazing young man.
How old was he?
Lawrence was 23 years old.
23. So young. So how many pairs of shoes are we talking about here?
Shoes that we've given away, or shoes
that he owned. That leads us to the other thing.
Oh, he has a closet full. I would say he probably has 50 to 60 pair of shoes in his closet.
Right. You know, guys usually just have a pair of tennies, a black pair and a brown pair, and we're good, right? Yeah. But he went overboard.
Oh, he loved his shoes.
Yeah. Now, this is about shoes and this is about art. Tell me about the art side of this.
Well, you know, I'm a professional artist here in New Mexico. You know, a lot of people don't hear about me a lot here in New Mexico, me and Lawrence Charles, because, you know, we are getting a little bit of national recognition now, so we're very busy out of state.
I think you're kind of famous, actually.
But, you know, Lawrence Charles, you know, he was sitting on my lap. As soon as he was able to sit on my lap, he was holding a paintbrush. And he loved his art, you know, and by the age of 11, he was already published with Scholastic Books. And but
Whoa.
You know, one thing about Lawrence, you know, he loved sports. You know, that came first, you know, and then his art. But he loved to give shoes away, you know.
So we have the art and we have the shoes, and those have combined together to a program that uses art as a vehicle to provide shoes, and we have some shoes for kids here, to people who need shoes. And this is real. Can you put those things together for us?
Sure. In July of 2008, we lost Lawrence to a random act of senseless violence. Of course, our world was shattered.
Yes.
And how do you recover from something like that? Well, initially you don't.
Right.
But our family, Lawrence and David, his younger brother, and I just decided that we were going to take this horrific adversity and turn it into something positive for others, because that's what Lawrence Charles was about, and that's what he would do. So we created Lawrence Charles Vargas Shoes for Kids, and we give shoes. To date, we've given 5,000 pair of shoes in his memory since he left us 5 years ago.
That's remarkable. That's a whole bunch of shoes.
It is.
Where do the shoes come from?
Well, you know what? We're blessed by Payless Shoe Source. Initially, when we did our very first giveaway at Lew Wallace Elementary, where Lawrence Charles was a student, we gave away 300 pair of shoes to every child in his school.
Nice.
And initially, when we met Mark Blea, who is the district manager of Payless, it was a business transaction. Since then, he's become a family member.
So you bought some shoes initially,
right,
is that right?
Right, and all our shoes come from Payless Shoe Source.
And so suddenly he's gotten on board, and Payless has stepped up.
Oh, absolutely.
Thanks to him, and really contributed to this effort. Where do you see this going? Where is it growing year by year?
You know, we started out, like she said, with 300 pair of shoes, and Lawrence, being an artist, you know, afterwards we said, well, how are we gonna continue this? What better way to bring our art in, and his art, you know, people will be able to see his artwork from age 5 all the way to 14 years old. So now we've got people stepping up where they're calling us from all over. We've helped you know, even out of state, you know, the DeGrazia Foundation heard of Lawrence Charles passing away, and they called me and said, "How are you transporting all these shoes?" Well, we have a lot of volunteers, just regular pickups.
Sure.
They bought us a beautiful trailer with Lawrence Charles on the
No
side.
kidding.
So it gives us
There's so many generous people out there that want to
Yes.
help. And you'll find, maybe you'll find some more today through this appearance. I want to talk about the art a little bit, and we have some images. Look at the beautiful artwork.
that one there. Lawrence Charles was 12 years old.
He did that at 12?
He was truly the Picasso of the Southwest. But we
Oh,
never,
my goodness.
we never, when he was alive, we never marketed him that way. You know, he loved his art. His best friends, even today, are finding out how talented he was.
That's his.
That's one of my new ones that
That's
we're going to be
yours.
introducing at the signings, the events that are coming up now. That one is called A Little Bit of Heaven.
That is beautiful.
And most of these images that there, I think Lawrence Charles was around, maybe 11 years old there. 11.
There are a lot of artists that have been in the business 30 years would love to be that good. I mean, that's amazing.
That's what made him. That's what made him very special. You know, he knew when to be a child, and when we would make appearances, it was like the little professional would come out. He loved
No kidding.
talking to people, signing his autograph, and
You must
talking
have
about
stood
his
there and
art.
watched him as parents and going, wow, did we train this kid to do this?
Well, tell him how it started.
Yeah.
I wanted him out of my studio, and Terry said, you know,
I made sure that he was a little boy first.
Okay, well, that's what moms do.
And
you
the
know.
artist in him was secondary, and I think that's why he had this love of art
Yes.
and this love of people, because he was allowed to be a little boy first.
Been watching his dad, I can tell. All right, now we have some events coming up where some art is going to be sold, and this is a fundraiser for the cause.
yes.
Okay, fill us in on that a little bit.
We're going to be on December the 14th. We're going to be at the Kirtland Air Force Base at the BX, and we're going to be introducing all of our gift items, ornaments, prints, coasters. We have 3 publishers now that are doing a gift line that are being sold in gift shops all over. So we'll be there from 10 to 4 at the BX at
This Saturday.
yes, this Saturday, and then Sunday, Coronado is also one of our sponsors.
Wonderful.
And we'll be there from 10 to 4 also. And people can get these products and our signatures. And David, our younger son, will be signing
I
his
see.
art.
And his brother's art. He'll
And
be
his-
signing his brother's art.
Good deal. Now, the pieces you brought today, tell me about these.
These are glass. It's called reverse glass painting. It's
That's
all
beautiful.
Yeah, it's all done from the inside. Because I'm known for my pottery, we designed a glass-shaped ornament to look like
That
pottery.
is really stunning.
This is one of Lawrence Charles's ornaments.
Oh, it is.
That painting that he did at 12 years old, and this one usually sells out. So we try to tell our customers, you know, we're only here 2 times out of the year to do a signing, because we're very busy out of state. So this is like, even though we live here, it's like coming home and introducing Lawrence's work and raising money for these kids that we help, and spread this, paying it forward.
Now, let me ask you, do you manage this charity all yourself?
Yes.
It's going to get out of hand.
Yeah.
Well, it truly is grassroots
I'm
from
sure.
picking out the shoes and
Do you
and
go into the
selecting-
store with Michael Blay and
Yes.
select the shoes
With
yourself?
Mark.
Yes.
Mark, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's okay.
we'll see a pair of shoes like that, and we can picture the little girl, the little boy that's going to wear them. We're really hands-on. We don't buy behind the scene or anything like that. We go in there and we're picking out shoes. They know when the Vargases come into the store, because we
So
started.
from the picking of the shoes to the giving of the way of the shoes, we're there every step of the way.
Yes.
I see the light in your eyes, and I know I can see what this does for you, and this has healed you in so many ways that you probably don't even know yet. And I can tell you also want to drive this forward and someday give away 10,000 pairs of shoes.
God willing.
How can people help you? Like coming and buying the art, but how can they volunteer?
Absolutely. We have had tremendous support from the day that Lawrence went to heaven until now. Donations, we accept a dollar, a penny, whatever.
Sure.
Business sponsorships. Businesses have been wonderful about supporting us.
Yes.
Supporting the fundraisers. We have a wonderful list of volunteers who go on these giveaways with us. And you know what, Larry, it's beyond a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
It's a message of hope and healing and taking something horrible in your life, whether it's grief or any adversity, and channeling that anger and that sadness into something positive.
Yeah.
That's our message.
You're very touching people, and I've really enjoyed meeting you. This artwork is really beautiful, and I'm very touched by the cause. Please let us know what we can do to help you here on this program. I know you have a New Year's Eve event we didn't have time to talk about, but we put up the website and all the info.
Good,
Hope
good.
people join you, and it's great
Yeah.
to meet you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
so
much.